morning.
Good morning.
This is the day that God has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. I'm so glad that you are here for this morning when we celebrate the ministries of New Journey United Church of Christ. We celebrate that the fall is in full swing, and we are coming back together in a new way. And so I invite you to take a deep, deep breath. And remember that in every breath, the Spirit of God is coming into your lungs and filling your being. So let us worship together. Would you stand if you are able, and we will begin the song.
of ways to do it. The puppets are here and ready to be our contestants on It's Your Turn to Talk. Why don't you join them and we will kick off the fall activities at New Journey together. We are excited to be back to our normal activities at New Journey, and so we can plan for the future. We want to know what you have enjoyed participating in the past. What new activities would you like to be added? Just remember, we can make it all happen if we pitch in. We don't have a cruise director around here. It's your turn to talk. It's your chance to voice your opinion. Don't be shy. Who will be the first to come up here and share something about their favorite event?
Excuse me, I didn't know we were going to have to get up in front of everybody.
Well, that's never stopped you before, Karen.
Well, that was rude.
Ladies. This is a day for celebration and not fighting. Come up here and let's find out what the problem really is.
It's true, Karen. Don't make these people believe that you're shy. I know that you call Mary all the time and you tell her that you should have the most lines.
Well, at my age, I should have. I should have the most lines.
Age has nothing to do with anything.
Hey, if I would have known that, I would have never gotten this old.
But it's true.
Kim, let's talk about what you like participating in.
Oh, I love the music, the singing, Mark and Barb's playing. Music has always been a huge part of my life, and it's always played a big part of this church.
Thank you for sharing that, Kim.
We need to make sure that tradition continues. My mom grew up in this church, my grandparents and my great-grandparents were all members here. Mom accompanied the choir for many years, but she only gave lessons to a few kids for a short time. That really was not her thing, but she was an accomplished pianist.
Thank you, Kim, for carrying on your family tradition by sharing your musical talent with us. I'm going to read one of the comments that we have received. This one says, I enjoy the camaraderie of picking up trash along Highway 7 for the roadside pickup project. I also enjoy reading scripture during Sunday morning worship. This is from Kurt, and those are both important activities that anyone can participate in. Who would like a turn to talk?
Me, I would like to talk.
Doris, what do you enjoy being a part of?
Well, there are a lot of things that I like, but I just love taking part of and attending our Sunday worship. I like arriving early and sitting in the sanctuary. It is pretty peaceful.
Doris, is there anything else you would want to mention?
Oh yes, I always wanted to say how much I love communion, and not just receiving the bread and wine, but the communion of other people who are also receiving it. And that's all. If I think of anything else, I will raise my hand.
Thank you, Doris. Here's another comment that we received. I like the socialization before and after church. Book club is another event that I like to attend, and I also love the fact that we are a group of open-minded individuals. That's from John. We're getting a lot of different categories on our list. Who wants to share next?
Me, I'll share.
I like the things that John said about being open-minded. I love the people who come to worship here at New Journey. They are always ready to go with the flow. The lights are on, they go off. No baskets for used communion cups, we will get one. And they are always ready to learn and question. No one has all the answers all the time, but there is usually someone that has a way to find an answer.
I have a question. My grandkids, I'd love to have them come to Sunday school. Will there be some Sunday school?
I can answer that, and the answer is yes. Nathan, do you want to read the information that was given to you about Sunday school?
I would be happy to. Sunday school will start on September 19th at 9 a.m. in the Education Building, and it will be for children kindergarten age and up.
Hey, Nathan, what day of the week is that? I need to tell my mom.
It's Sunday. Otherwise, it would not be called Sunday school. Everyone will gather for music in a big group, and then the children will split into 2 groups.
Will that hurt?
What do you mean, Jack?
You said we'll get split up.
I will explain it to you later. After Sunday school, everyone will come to our worship service. What else has something to say about what's going on here at New Journey?
I do.
Well, come on up here. Tell us what your idea is.
We need a football team.
What gave you that idea?
It just makes sense. I'm a football star. And we could beat any other church in town. Trust me.
We will talk later.
Oh, I thought of something else I would like to say. I would like to say that we need to keep the children involved in the life of the church. I am looking forward to being part of a children's Christmas program this year. We will have costumes and everybody and music. Everyone will say we look beautiful and angelic. Well, most of us anyway.
I have an amazing idea.
Well, come up and tell us all. What is your amazing idea?
There should be a dancing angel in the Christmas program.
Do you have any idea who could possibly be that angel? Do angels usually dance?
Some of them do. And we could have a spotlight shining down from the balcony. And the angel could be all glittery and gold. And maybe the angel could fly away after she's finished dancing.
And do you have any idea who could possibly play the part of the angel?
Maybe.
This message here is from Suzanne. The church and its people have compassion and tolerance for all. They show respect for the earth and all creation. The message taught is that of peace, love, hope, and joy.
Exactly. Everything that she said. And I love Jill's messages. She always makes me think.
No comment.
Hey, let's be kind. We just have a few more comments. Jean says, my favorite thing about New Journey UCC is our welcome table lunches.
What? That was mine. Nathan, she took mine.
It seems Marcia agrees with Jean and Karen. She says, definitely welcome table. It's not that I love cooking as much as I love sharing meals with people and being a friend to someone who may need a friend.
But I was going to say that I would always choose welcome table as my favorite, as we meet so many nice people outside of our New Journey family. I have it all memorized and everything.
Jean also says, I love making the meals and seeing how much our guests enjoy them. It makes me so sad that we can't do it right now because of COVID.
It makes me sad too. I always love the once-a-year empty bowl event that we have. I love to make and paint the bowls.
Well, thanks, Karen. I guess welcome table is loved by a lot of people. Thank you to you, Marcia, and Jean for being a part of it. Another comment from Marcia says that as far as our Sunday services go, I always enjoy the trumpets and the drums. Always a highlight. But it's the kindness and acceptance of the community of New Journey that keeps us coming on Sundays. Well, I think that is a start on our list on what will and can go on at New Journey. Puppets, you're ready here? Let's give them the whole list. Ready, set, go.
Hi
and songs of hope.
Using our church.
Christmas program.
Supporting Common Cup.
Tai Chi Fit.
Faith enrichment.
South Dakota warm clothing drive.
Meditation.
Sunday school. Movie night.
Spirit Reads.
Puppets.
Being an open and affirming church.
Welcome table.
Empty bowls.
Rummage sale.
The church worship services.
And communion.
And music.
Etc., etc., etc.
Okay, what are we missing? Or maybe it's not what, but
You!
I'm going to change my mind about Mike's situation. How's that?
Explain our life situation.
Oh, maybe I should explain our Mike situation. So, the last few weeks you may or may not have noticed that our mics have been cutting in, cutting out, bringing, coming back in, cutting out, cutting in, cutting out, cutting in. And so this week we hacked together a system, the same system that we were using out of doors. So those of you who are watching on YouTube, watching at home on HCBN, please give us a call if there are issues with the sound and help us understand what works and what doesn't, because what we've done is we've bypassed the usual system, which comes through the speakers, and I don't know how that's going to affect our videotaping. So please just let us know how that worked. And if any of you want to watch tonight, 6 o'clock HCBN, or tomorrow at 9 a.m., that would help us as well to know what's going on. And then we are going to be talking about updating the system so that we have consistency and it works. So let's talk about where we're going from here. We are, as you just saw, a very, very busy church, especially because we are not a huge church, right? And so we've got a lot going on, and it's wonderful. And we intentionally chose the name New Journey. And people said, well, I don't know, do you want to use the word New Journey because, 5 years from now, will we still be new? 10 years from now, will we still be new? Is this a new message for now, and then we're just going to keep going? And what we said at that time, if I remember correctly, was that we need to always be new. If we are following Christ and talking about Christ's message, if we are going to be relevant, we have to always be new, no matter what we do. The message is still about love. The message is that same message of healing and wholeness that Jesus taught 2,000 years ago. But how we speak about that changes depending on what's going on around us. And so we are always new. And so I'm wondering this morning, and I cannot bring you a microphone, we have no wireless because of our situation, but you can yell it out. I'm wondering what dreams people in this congregation would have. And so as you're thinking about that, think about the city of Hutchinson. What's going on in this city that a group of people this size might be able to change just by one little thing that we do? What's going on in this church that you would like to see us build on? And how might we build on that? And I'm going to open the floor, right? Whose turn is it to talk? Whose turn is it to talk? Kim.
As we have these new friends joining us on Sundays, I'm hearing some lovely voices. And I would love to see a choir, not in every Sunday choir, but Advent, Lent, a special musicians who might want to share every once in a while during the year. So if that's you, I'm your contact.
Did everybody hear that? All of these wonderful, beautiful voices that are out there every Sunday. Talk to Kim, because we would love to have more special music, more choir opportunities. Maybe, as you said, maybe per season. What are some other thoughts? I'm going to go all philosophical on you. How's that? Make you think in a different direction. or invite you to think in a different direction. So churches, as I was growing up, have always been all about love. And what we learned to do was to be charitable and to do things for people. And that was a wonderful thing, but there's an interesting thing that we are learning and realizing in that charity still has a level of hierarchy about it. We're going to give to the poor. We're going to stand up for people of other colors. We're going to stand up and advocate for people in the LGBTQIA community. But we still maintain that power, right? We still maintain that power because we're going to help fix things for somebody else. And so, how do we evolve from that understanding of love to an understanding of love where everyone is equal and has equal gifts to give? Do we ever go to the poorest communities in town and say to them, what could you teach us? What do you have to offer to the community? Which would bring us to a new level of blessed, beloved community. And I think it's what Christ was looking for, right? And so my question is, as we continue to evolve, as we continue to be new, what are the things that we can think and act that aren't necessarily a doing? How do we spread the love that we feel when we walk through these doors? The equality that we feel when we walk through these doors? How do we bring that outside of this building? I know, I got a little too deep, right? But I'm wondering if people have thoughts about that. I will say that that was part of the vision when we started Spirit Journey, was that it would be not just for people who wanted to join our church, not just for people who call themselves Christian, not just for our community, but for anyone. For the understanding that, as we've just gone through our whole summer series, the understanding that Tai Chi can bring wholeness to everyone, not just Taoists, right? That just about every religion that you look at has some form of meditation, prayer. So why can't we come together and do those things? Right? So how do we expand into the new? Not with more work. People here are busy. I know that. Any thoughts?
You're raising some very good questions that all of us will be thinking about.
Yeah, it is a whole new way to look at the world. It's a whole new way to look at ministry. It's an evolving thought process. It's why I was so excited to be a part of the planning for this afternoon's Belonging Begins With Us. Because the mythology of who Hutchinson is not the reality of who Hutchinson is. I'm told that we are conservative and white. And then I walk through the streets of town and I see people of color everywhere around me. And I have conversations and I find much more nuance in the beliefs about the world and politics and everything else than I hear expressed when people describe who Hutchinson is, right? And so let's band together, all who see a vision of this wonderful egalitarian community that we could have in this world, where everyone is loved, everyone knows they are valued, and wherever we are, try to spread that spirit of peace and love. The messages that Jesus taught. That's our call, to be disciples. And I'll just leave it with that, I guess, because for me, it's very important to remember that Jesus said to make disciples. There was no such thing as Christianity when Jesus said those words. So Jesus did not ever, ever, ever say, go make Christians. Jesus did not say, go make converts. Jesus said, make disciples. People who follow me. People who can grasp this world I'm trying to create. And that's our goal in this place. That's our vision for the future. And so however we can make that happen, that's what we should be doing. Yes? All right. Take another deep breath. What prayers are there to be offered this morning? We have celebrations this morning. Ellen and Shirley Fuchs are having 40th anniversary. And so, Alan and Shirley, we hold you in the light of Christ. And we give thanks also for Dean and Phyllis Cripps' 60th wedding anniversary yesterday. Dean and Phyllis, we hold you in the light of Christ. We continue to hold in our prayers people around the world who are not finding equality, who are not able to voice their right to be heard, their right to fullness of life. For all those who struggle. We hold you in our light for Christ. We continue to hold in our prayers those who have lost homes to floods, hurricanes, forest fires. For all of those trying to find a home, we hold you in the light of Christ. Are there prayers that were not written down that are to be prayed aloud today, Mary?
Prayers for Andy, hoping that his second week at Mayo finds a reason for his health. So that'll do.
Andy, we hold you in the light of Christ. I give thanks for this congregation daily, and all of the congregations in this community and in the world that are working to build this community that Jesus envisioned for us. For all people of faith everywhere, we hold you in the light of Christ. Gracious God, you have heard our prayers, and you know the prayers that we hold in the depth of our hearts. Hear us now as we pray together the words that Jesus taught us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. So, our time for offering of ourselves, offering what we have. And again, we are still not passing baskets, so if you feel like offering a financial offering, that basket is in the back. Or you can always go online, right? There's a way to do that online. If you go through the website, there is also a way to give digitally if you choose to do that. And so what are we doing about our person and all of the things that we have to offer? I will just remind you that Wednesday night we begin with Moana. 6 o'clock p.m. We will meet in this building. We have decided that since COVID numbers continue to rise, we will meet up here so that we can show on the screen, so that we can distance a bit. Yes, there will be popcorn. If it's a crunch for you and you need to stop and go through drive-through on the way to pick up lunch, dinner, please just feel free to do that. But we will have popcorn as well. And we are going to require masks because when we are inviting that many children into our building, they are not able to be vaccinated yet. So we are going to require that you wear a mask, and we'll try to space ourselves out in this big space as best we are able. And then we'll talk Moana next Sunday at church and see what Moana has in common with the messages of our Bible and Jesus Christ. You have an announcement, I know this.
Yes. So you should have gotten a little green sheet here to sign up for our Time and Talent Pledge for 2021. It's a little, I would like each person to do it separate. So if there's husbands and wives on there, unless you mark it somehow so I can figure it out. This will go into Breeze under your name with it's called a tag, and that tag tells me what you're interested. So if I need a reader for Sunday, I can go in and look at, I can pull up readers, and there's a list of the names of people I can call if I don't have a reader for Sunday. So Marcia is going to be here after worship. If you want any questions on the welcome table, we're going to have a meeting on September 21st at 10 a.m. downstairs in the kitchen. If you'd like to be trained a little on that and just see what happens. But she's here to answer questions. And Sunday school, I forgot to send out the registration form, so you'll get that this week for the kids, so we know if there's any allergies or things we should know about. I guess in just spirit journey, that is here at our church, but like Jill said, it's for the community. It's not our church. So if you have a friend who wants to join that, meditation, whatever, let them know that it is not our church. It's just that we have the space to host a community event for that. And I'm going to be taking pictures after worship for Breeze again, which is our database, and that's basically our church directory. So if I don't have a picture of you, I will be, look for me after church so I can snap a shot of you quick to put into the Breeze. So who's ever checking in, if they can't remember your last name, they can scroll through and see your picture. And then you're ready to go.
I think that's especially helpful since we have had, Madeline has, I know, been a wonderful greeter in helping people there, and our children would love to help with that task, but they don't know all your last names. They don't know all your names, period. So to have your picture there also would help them to recognize you.
And Jill is going to, after worship, put Breeze up on the screen here so you can see how it works. I had sent invites to people who have not been invited before, that you can get it on your phone or laptop or whatever, where you want to put it. So Jill will have a little lesson on that after worship too.
Are you done? Okay. Jean.
Meditation is going to go back to in-person.
Meditation
starting
is
the 25th. So
okay. Meditation is
you're over at the education building.
Meditation is going back to in-person in the education building starting on the 25th. So, and we are looking for a date for our first empty bowls build. We have a lot of bowls from last year's project. So we don't need all 3 build dates, but I still like the community of getting together and putting bowls together, creating those bowls. So we're looking at that sometime in October. The 23rd, is that what we were looking at? The 23rd of October, so put that date on your calendar. I will also issue a Zoom invitation. My niece has asked to have her son baptized. He's had a challenge getting into this world and a challenge with his health since. So having a big crowd of people and baptizing on Sunday morning is not an option at this time. But we will be setting up a Zoom for that. It'll actually be on a Monday afternoon. And so anybody who wants to join that, it'll be the 27th, I think, of September. So I would love to have this congregation supporting that baptism. You will be interested in doing so. Anything I've missed? Please do stick around after church. Get your picture taken if you're not in the directory, the Breeze directory. And I'm going to put the demonstration up on this screen so that everybody can see what I'm doing and how I use Breeze. There are other ways to use it, but this is how my old brain can handle it. How's that? Okay. If there is nothing else, I would invite you to stand and let's sing together. of you as you go. So please carry that spirit with you, share it with everyone you meet so that all will know the love of God. Go, and may the peace of Christ go with you. Amen.